the quantum of risk should not be such that it can demolish us to again ground zero. Be very, very focused until we accomplish our goal. Yes, I am shrewd for good reasons, and I wear it as my badge of honor. I'll tell you a small story about greed versus ambition. I always believed one should be ambitious but not greedy. So here is a story. Me and my friend went for a wedding, and it was a lavish wedding. After lunch, they were serving many desserts, and this guy, my friend, loves desserts. So lovely rasgullas, gulab jamuns were served. And I just picked up one of them, and I was enjoying my gulab jam. This guy, after having a nice lunch, he started from the buffet table picking up gulab jamuns. And after I had two of them, and I really enjoyed, they were really nice, tasty, I just stopped. I thought two is good enough. But the friend of mine, he had a third one, then he picked up a fourth one. I said, "What are you doing? It's not good for you." He said, no, they're very tasty and they're free of cost. So he went on and on. He ended up with about 8 gulab jamuns and a lot of accompaniments which come with gulab jamuns. Then we went back home. After a day or two, I realized that he was unwell. And third day, he was joined in the hospital having a drip because his diarrhea was unstoppable. So therefore, it's our choice whether we want to be ambitious to have 2 gulab jams and be happy, or be greedy just because they are free of cost and lovely in taste, go on eating, and the result is that you end up in a hospital. So this short story applies to our lives also, to our exercise. I can walk for 5 kilometers. Suddenly I become greedy, I want to become very smart. And then I start walking for 10, 20 kilometers, I'm sure I'll lose my ankles and knees. So the same thing applies to your financial dealings, your business dealings, and anything and everything in life. So I strongly believe ambition is important for one to grow in any walk of life, but greed is something which is demolishing people. So I keep telling myself, "Hey Prabhu, don't be greedy." I'm always prepared to run to win because we are all going through a competitive environment. I would like to push myself out of my comfort zone a little bit and try to accomplish what I planned for or what I desire, to meet my wish list. For example, when way back 30 years ago, when I went for Maruti interview, they asked me in Vizag, how many will you sell? Probably they were looking at something like 50, 60 numbers a month, and I said 300 a month. They were a little shocked, the panel who was interviewing me. And of course, they asked me, how will you do it? I explained them all that was past. So it's important that we don't remain in the comfort zone. We should be ready always to be very, very focused, razor sharp, focused on our objective, and never look that side, this side. Keep going until we accomplish our goal. This was my mantra over the last 50 years, and I think I'm fairly satisfied about that aspect. So it's important to be focused, and it's important to be ready to run every single day, 24/7. I think all of us have to be prepared to take some amount of risk in our personal life as well as in enterprise, because comfort zone is very dangerous. According to me, the world is dynamic, it's not static. So therefore, unless we take measured risk, we will not be able to progress either professionally as an entrepreneur. In my own case, for example, in 2020, Government of India, Ministry of Transport declared that with effect from 1st of April 2020, no diesel vehicle can be produced and sold which doesn't comply with pollution norms. So Maruti was discontinuing all their diesel engines and they wanted to stop production on 31st of December 2019. So many of us felt that we should not take diesel cars from Maruti because they're going to be discontinued. But I saw it as an opportunity and I lifted about 4,000 cars. So MSIL was very surprised and were also concerned about my dealership. But I said, no problem, I have plan A, plan B. And I lifted 4,000 cars and I could acquire 4,000 more customers and who are going to be with me for 5 years. That is life cycle of a customer. And that triggers into many other businesses and we made a decent amount of money. So most of the times when you have an opportunity, some people look at it negatively and some people look at it as an opportunity. So I always looked at things whenever I had difficulty, distress in business, personal life, I always looked at it as an opportunity to leverage upon. So risk-taking is part of our life. I do not want to be risk-averse, but the quantum of risk should not be such that it will demolish you, your whatever you built in life, whether it's your, again I say, your fitness or your business or your family, whatever you built in life, the risk should not be such that it can demolish us to again ground zero. When you take risk, you should be passionate about it. And every day, as I say, we should work on that with a lot of passion. Then I'm sure it's all in the mind, you'll be able to reach your goal. Many people say I'm shrewd, and I agree with them. I'm shrewd for good reasons. Fundamentally, human beings are vicious. That's nature, God's creation. They can be trained and retrained, but can never be changed. So, one has to be shrewd in order to uplift himself or themselves or their environment ecosystem. Whatever I am today or my organization is today is on account of partly by my being shrewd over the years. But I never had any kind of bad experience while being shrewd. So, many friends or acquaintances who said I'm shrewd, now they start respecting me because over many years they saw my journey and they understood me and now they respect me. Yes, I am shrewd for good reasons and I wear it as my badge of honor. Creativity and being innovative in business is extremely important. These are the days of competition. To stay ahead, we always have to be innovative and creative. We always have to offer something additional to the customer vis-a-vis the other dealers or competition. More than 20 years back, we had a little dampness in the sale of Wagonars. So we at Varun, we purchased a competitive car, kept it next to the Wagonar. We had shown to the customer what they were going to get more in Wagonar compared to the competitive car. So the customers could feel and touch and they were able to understand that Wagonar was a better buy. And so slowly our Wagonar sales went up not only in our territory but all over the country. Similarly, maybe more than 2 decades ago, we had started mobile showrooms. We bought several trucks, enclosed them with glasses, lots of lighting, and we took those showrooms with scooters and motorcycles into the villages and far-flung areas. Basically, the idea was to reach out to the customer, to go to him, then asking the customer to come to our showroom. Not only in the sales, but we also did several things in HR practices or infrastructure development. So many innovative things, creative things. Even in the hospitality, we have something called guest engagement events. Every month we have some stand-up comedy, tombola, magic show, etc. So we want to engage with our guests so that whenever they think of F&B or stay, they should think of our hotels. Normally in hotel industry, it doesn't happen, these guest engagement events, but we in Varun Hospitality, we have been doing this every month. So it's very important to be creative and also to be all the time innovative in business. Status quo is not acceptable to me. Thinking negative and being risk averse pushes us into comfort zone. Comfort zone takes us to stagnation. Therefore, please stay out of comfort zone as far as possible. Many people do not take no for an answer. They want me to speak what they want to listen, and they want me to be diplomatic. I'm not here for a popularity contest. I'm here to do business.